Most people think that losing a client happens suddenly. But in reality, clients lose interest slowly, over time, because of small mistakes that push them away without them even realizing it. If you ever had a client who was engaged at first, but then stopped responding, lost excitement, or became distant, it's because of this mistake. Today, I'll break down the one mistake that causes clients to lose interest fast and exactly how to avoid it. The biggest mistake is making interactions feel too predictable. When a client knows exactly how a conversation will go, they stop feeling excitement. Their brain stops paying attention because there's nothing new to keep them engaged. The trick to keeping a client interested long-term is to introduce small moments of unpredictability, so they never fully know what to expect next. The first way to do this is changing your rhythm subtly. If you always reply instantly, start varying your response time. If you always talk a certain way, switch it up slightly. If your conversations always follow the same format, throw in something unexpected, a voice note, a random thought, or an unexpected statement. This breaks the pattern and makes their brain refocus on you. The second way is not always giving them what they expect. If you always validate them, pull back slightly sometimes. If you always agree with them, challenge them in a playful way. If they feel like they still have to work for your attention, they stay engaged. The moment they feel like they completely have you, they stop trying. Another mistake that kills interest fast is over-texting or talking too much. When you always fill the space, the client doesn't feel like they need to contribute. The trick is to sometimes hold back and let them come to you. If a conversation is going well, don't always be the one to extend it. Leave them wanting more. If you always keep talking, they don't feel the need to chase the conversation. Now, let's talk about controlling distance. If you're too available, they stop valuing your presence. But if you disappear too much, they lose connection. The key is to create subtle moments of distance, then return with strong energy. If you take a little longer to reply at the right moments, their brain starts wondering about you. And when someone is wondering about you, they stay engaged. Another reason clients lose interest is when conversations become one-sided. If they feel like they are only responding to you instead of actively participating, their excitement drops. The secret is to get them invested in the conversation. Instead of just talking, ask for small opinions, get their thoughts, or create a situation where they feel like they are contributing. When someone is invested in a conversation, they stay interested. One of the biggest killers of interest is giving them too much emotional security too soon. If they feel like they fully understand your energy, they stop working to keep the connection. The trick is to sometimes shift slightly. Be warm one day, slightly distant another, then warm again. This creates an emotional loop that keeps them hooked. When they feel like they still have to work to keep you engaged, they stay interested. Finally, never end a conversation in a way that makes them feel like the interaction is fully complete. If you just say "talk later," their brain closes the loop, and they don't feel the need to reach out again. But if you say something like, "You're fun to talk to, we should continue this soon," now they leave the conversation still engaged, thinking about when the next one will happen. So here's the full strategy to avoid making clients lose interest. Break predictability by changing your rhythm and approach. Make them work slightly for your attention, so they stay engaged. Avoid over-texting. Let them come to you sometimes. Control distance subtly so they start wondering about you. Get them invested in conversations so they feel like they are contributing. Create emotional shifts so they always feel engaged. End conversations in a way that leaves them wanting more. Once you master this, clients won't just stay interested, they will start chasing you. And when someone is chasing the conversation, they don't want to leave. If you want advanced persuasion techniques and emotional control strategies, I break everything down inside my private group. If you're serious about mastering this, the link is in the description.